Hey guys, what's going on? Carter here. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video. Oh wait, that's right, I do a video all the freaking time, so that's not true. But I did want to show you this knife. At any rate, this is another Gerberlicious. Got this from Vance Rhodes. He was doing a sale somewhat recently, and it was a great price, so I picked it up. I was actually, when I bought my other Gerber, the Model 6 Auto, I was deciding between that one and this one. So it's kind of cool that I was able to pick this one up on the cheap after the fact. So this one is somewhat similar to the Model 6. Like I mentioned before, it is an auto. It is partially serrated. That's the only way to get it. This one has a modified drop point. It is S30V steel, made in the USA, just like the Model 6. Same blade thickness. Overall dimensions are about the same. G10 handles. And that's about it as far as similarities. Everything else is pretty much different. You do have a little bit of a different shape on the handle here. Different lanyard setup. This actually goes through the handle instead of just through the glass breaker skull crusher, which this also has. Nice skull crusher right there. Great ergonomics. Fills the hand out nicely. Nice and thick handle. If you're a guy that likes thicker handled knives, or a girl, this will fit the bill quite well. A little over 3.5 inches, 3.75, about 3.65, somewhere about there. This one actually has Gerber's version of the axis lock right here. So it functions the exact same. Well, surface level it functions the same. As far as the internals, I'm not quite sure how similar it is. But in terms of how you operate it, you pull back these tabs right here to fire the blade, just like so. And the axis lock, or Gerber's axis lock, it is fully ambidextrous. So if you're left-handed, right-handed, doesn't matter. Pocket clip can be moved from right-hand tip-up carry to left-hand tip-up carry, and you can see that it has a little insert there, kind of like what Hinderer does, to fill that gap on this side or this side, depending on what side you put it on. It does have a deep carry pocket clip, however, it's positioned quite low, so you do have quite a bit hanging out of the pocket. I have heard that that is a military specification. Well, not necessarily like it's a requirement, but that a lot of the military guys like a little bit more handle just to aid in the ease of grabbing it out of their pocket, especially if they're wearing gloves. I'm not sure how true that is, but I have heard that before. So if that is the case, maybe that'll explain why this is positioned kind of a little bit lower, so a little bit more hangs out here. The safety is on the spine. It's got a pretty good retention on that safety. You've got to push on it quite well, and it also double functions as jimping. So you can see the red dots on either side there. That means it's ready to fire, and then when you're gripping it, what you can do is engage the safety. It functions as jimping, and then you cannot disengage the knife while it's in use until you decide to disengage the safety there. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I actually prefer the button, I think. It's a lot easier to close the knife one-handed with the button because you can press it and just use your index finger. This one you've got to pull down. You can still do it. It's just a little bit trickier. This one also doesn't fire quite as hard as the Model 6. Of course, that's just this example. I don't know if that's true for all of these, but this one doesn't quite fire as hard. And the Model 6 isn't really super hard either, so this one kind of lazily pops out, not too abruptly, but that also makes it easier to close because there's less spring tension. So overall, really cool knife. Has the kind of blocky G10 kind of industrial military look that I like about these Gerber autos. And it's just really like that blade shape too. Pretty cool. Once again, I wish they offered a fully plain edge version. This one has a little bit of an odd choil right here. It's not really functional. I mean, I guess it could be. It just doesn't feel very safe though, because it's really quite flat right there. So basically that's just dead space on the blade. So as far as actual cutting length, you're only getting maybe a little over 2 inches, so not a ton, but still, pretty cool knife. Like having it in my collection, fun to carry. Yep, so that's it guys, just a look at the Gerber DMF automatic knife from Gerber. Talk to you guys later.